Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and as a part of our ongoing conversations with brands, we have a really special one today. We have Compaq. Now, a lot of you may know that Compaq is a brand very well associated with laptops. So why does the title of this video say Compaq TVs and a unique sound technology? Well, that is what we are going to talk about today. We have Anand, who is the CEO of Compaq Televisions, and we also have Philipp, who is the CEO of Mimi Hearing Technologies, and both of them are going to talk about the upcoming Compaq TVs, what we can expect, and why the sound technology here is different and impressive. So thank you so much for joining me here today.
Glad to be here as well.
Yep. Okay. So first of all, Anand, I would like to start with you. And why is Compaq coming back as a TV brand now? I mean, it is the most relatable laptop name in the history of laptops. The minute you say Compaq, the first thing comes to mind is laptops. So can you talk a little bit about this television conversion of the Compaq brand?
Sure, Samir. Thank you so much for that very generous introduction. Yes, Compaq was the leader in computing for a very long time, and I think that's a very good question to ask right from the start. Compaq, even though it was in computing, singularly in computing, stood for a lot of things, and we've experienced in the past that a lot of people relate to Compaq as being the interface for them for a lot of things in their life, which includes entertainment majorly, which includes schoolwork, which includes connecting to friends and family on the internet for the very first time, and that's kind of values that Compaq has stood for us in the past, and those values are definitely transferable. Obviously, the Compaq brand was acquired by HP in 2001. It merged with HP, and since then, HP has been in the computing domain with Compaq, but they felt there was scope to do more. Compaq relates to much more. Compaq stands for much more, and anything around that can be a part of the ecosystem that Compaq creates. And when we start looking at the kind of products that Compaq can extend into, televisions come as the first thing in mind, because what used to be a computer then is a television now in terms of transition. We watch our favorite shows, we stream our favorite shows, we stream movies, we play games on a television now. Our television is smart, it's intelligent, and those are the qualities that Compaq has always stood for. It's one of the first brands to stand for those qualities.
So the interaction with the television that you're talking about, right? That it's a smart TV. A lot of people are doing more on the TV. In the lockdown, we have seen a lot of TV manufacturers actually say that people are buying TVs or planning to buy TVs just because they realize that that's going to be their source of entertainment for the coming months or even a year. So how do you think Compaq can distinguish itself in a market like India, where we not only have the big international brands, but we have brands like Xiaomi and a lot of local brands like Kodak, we have the French brand Thomson, we have so many brands in India selling television. So how do you think Compaq can distinguish itself?
That's again a very good question, and again the answer lies in what Compaq stands for. That's the machine we are building, right? Compaq has always delivered ergonomic technology which is not only cutting edge, but is also is very accessible. It's something which makes your life easier, and that's essentially what we are bringing in. I think in the past 10 years, since the evolution of this current version of television, which is the LED television, came to being, a lot of brands have attempted and created products which are wonderful, but in a way they've always remained a little distant from being very easy to use. Smart televisions, especially, they've not become very relevant to a wider spectrum of people, only because the accessibility and the ease of use still remains a little aloof. Also, the kind of qualities that televisions right now are delivering, a lot of things are missing. For example, we have Philipp here from Mimi, and that's going to be a very big value add to the product. Are we really caring about our viewers, our users of the products? And those are the questions we'll try and answer through Compaq, and that's going to distinguish the brand from a lot of products that are there in the market.
Sure, and like you said, Philipp is here from Mimi, and I would like to switch to that because Mimi is, of course, something to do with audio technology, and that is what will be implemented in the Compaq TV. So, Philipp, just to start with, for all our viewers who don't know what Mimi is, can you just talk a little bit about Mimi, the brand, and maybe the product, and also the partnership with Compaq?
Yeah. Mimi is a technology company that develops software solutions to help people to hear better. And we think that hearing is really such an essential sense. It's so much part of our livelihood. It's for our communication, but also to our enjoyment. And especially on the TVs, it's helping us to bring across the dialogue. It's the atmosphere, really the immersiveness is driven by audio, and also the music that is surrounding the movies that we love is really a big part of it. And so Mimi is providing technology to kind of remove that barrier, because we know that a lot of people have mild to moderate hearing loss that often goes undetected, and that's kind of blocking them to really get the fullest of their home entertainment experiences. And yeah, Mimi is a company based in Berlin. We're around 60 people, very heavy on the research side and deeply understanding how people hear. We have 12 researchers with decades of experience in how the brain is encoding audio information, and our technology helps you to kind of pick out these details, understand dialogue better, and really get a more immersive experience there.
Yeah, so you've really, the last two words you said there were very important, is immersive experience. Now, slightly long question when it comes to audio, but you see a brand like Sony, for example, they have their acoustic surface for their OLED TVs, right? The vibrating display giving you this sound, and you can also use it as the center speaker for your home entertainment setup. LG is, of course, going the Dolby Atmos way. They say all their high-end TV support Dolby Atmos, but with two speakers under a television, you can't really expect to hear the rain from above you or behind you, right? A lot of televisions are boasting of a lot of technologies. And when Sony unveiled the PlayStation, Mark Cerny gave a very good talk about spatial audio and how they would like to bring that to everyone when it comes to gaming on a television, right? But then again, we are limited with just two speakers on a television which are front firing. So can you talk about maybe challenges that you had when, developing audio technologies, or how have you built audio for the Compaq TVs to, kind of really change or give a different experience when someone will watch a similarly priced TV from a competing brand?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we often start, audio is sometimes really untangible, let's say. So we often start with this comparison with vision. If you have a 4K, 8K television and you're not wearing your glasses, you cannot really see the amazing technology that has been built. Yes. So there's the technology side to it, and then there's the personal side who's receiving to it. And so if we're looking at the audio chain, there are, from the recording equipment used, from the mastering, from the codecs, from the reproduction system, there are billions spent on delivering the best sound. But then, like, the last inch, we say, is missing. It's your hearing ability that might be the biggest bottleneck in that chain. And so Mimi is really working upstream from the listener, making sure that all the audio that has made it that far and all the quality can actually be perceived. So of course, we ideally have the best audio setup, but our goal is to what arrives, to make the most out of that, and making sure that the user can fully see that and fully hear that.
Hear that, yeah.
Back to the vision example again. If I have a, let's say, old tube television and I'm not wearing my glasses, or wearing my glasses, that could be better from an experience than a 4K television without glasses. So we are one part of this chain, and we're thinking like we're working on the biggest bottleneck in that chain, so really making sure that is there, can be really fully enjoyed.
All right.
And so we are working alongside with technologies like Dolby. If you cannot hear all the surround mastery that Dolby is delivering, that's really complementary, and these technologies are helping each other quite a lot.
Okay, so I'm going to jump back to Anand here and ask now, there are a variety of models that are going to come out, 8 if I'm not mistaken, right? So will all of them bring with them some form of audio technology or mastering from Mimi, or is that only going to be exclusive to maybe the premium tier of the televisions?
It's important to understand that Mimi is not something which just it should be a premium to the user. It's something which we feel is necessary to make sure that you are securing your hearing over a period of time, and then television is a product that you use every day for a very long period of time, and that can have tangible impact on your hearing. So what we've done is we've made sure that we are going to introduce Mimi in each and every model that we introduce in the market, and we'll make sure that Mimi is accessible to all the users of Compaq television, so that they can also experience not just the quality of the sound that is there, but they're also able to experience the benefits of what this technology gives to the user.
Okay. So in addition to Mimi, of course, which is going to be flagship audio technology for the TV, if you look at the TV market in India, the budget space is kind of this war against Xiaomi, which has a really big foothold in the budget segment from so many brands. Even the likes of Sony, Samsung and LG are kind of just catering to the premium segment, which is the battle there. Where do you see Compaq's positioning? Are we going to see a wide positioning from budget TVs to premium TVs? And, even OnePlus kind of shook things in the market by coming at the 50,000 rupees sweet spot with their last offering. So what range can we expect from Compaq for their TVs?
Sure. Without obviously divulging too many details, which is going to happen in a couple of weeks, I think, hopefully. Yes. It's going to be a wide spectrum of offering. We will offer products which are obviously very basic and cater to a segment of people who want to buy smaller size television, are looking for the absolute basics in their product. We will also cater to the high end market, where the products will come in with a lot of value-added technologies, some very, very new age technologies, will appeal to a slightly more premium buyer, and in terms of size will be bigger. So again, it's going to be a very wide spectrum, not limited to one particular position.
All right. Okay. Philipp, coming back to you, when we talk about audio right now, when televisions sell brands, they're always talking about either Dolby Digital, Dolby Atmos, or DTS virtual surround support. Is Mimi also going to be one of those badges that we will see on televisions, like audio mastered with Mimi, or maybe some form of a customization in the settings that one can do to distinguish from a prerequisite settings? Do you see that happening?
So we are building Mimi as an ingredient brand that kind of signals to people, here I can use my hearing ID to optimize the sound to me. And yeah, it's very complementary to companies like Dolby, and we are seeing us on eye level with those kind of technologies complementing the full audio experience.
Okay, one very important thing you said is hearing ID. And this is something that I have experienced with all my visits to CES, is we've always seen audio technology where someone will take a photograph of your ear, and then the software will, make its algorithm based on the shape of your ear. So the surround sound experience pre-calibration and post-calibration is very different, right? Whenever you see any audio experience, especially at a show like CES, that is one thing that brands want to give you, that, hey, you know what? Tomorrow there'll be a future where you can click a photo of your ear and the audio output from these headphones or these speakers will be vastly better based on your. So where do you see that kind of technology coming into televisions in the future? Would it be possible where I buy a television and like I have tried this with an LG TV, for example, it uses the microphone and the remote control to judge your sitting position and adjust the equalization accordingly, right? Yeah. So tomorrow, is there a future where I can click a photo of my ears and get the graph of my ear, and then, the television or my system will, be able to project audio to that, tuning?
So when we kind of zooming into this last inch, there are a lot of factors happening. On the one hand, there's taste, then it's really your sensorineural audio perception, how your brain is analyzing a sound wave into information. Then there is really the influence of your ear channel, the shape of your ear, the shape of your torso for 3D hearing, the environment you're in. There are a lot of factors that are happening. And we saw that this sensorineural hearing, like the perception part, is the biggest part to start with. In terms of 3D hearing, of course, if you are sitting in front of the TV, you're very used to how your ears are perceiving sound. And so we see that also as a step to also grow into, especially when using headphones more on like mobile phones and headphone products. And we also have already IP in that space. So on our roadmap is definitely including things like this, but we see the biggest impact and the biggest improvements are yet to be made on the sensorineural part, really adapting to the ability first. There's the biggest bottleneck right now.
Yep, that is true. Anand, one of the most important questions, and this is something that our community asks us every time a new brand enters the market, is after-sales service. Can you talk a little bit about your plans for after-sales service pan-India for Compaq TVs?
As a lot of brands in this space, we've obviously we have a native center for service, which is kind of the control tower, and then is going to create a mechanism which will help customers reach out to the right set of installation, demonstration, and after sales services, in warranty, out warranty. All those things will be accessible. We've made sure that we are going to be available in about close to 17,000 pin codes across India. It's going to be very comprehensive, and it's going to be very, very fast. I'm absolutely certain we are going to be up there with the market leaders in terms of the turnaround time, in being able to deliver the accuracy and the efficacy in after sales service, which remains a big pain point for a lot of brands in the country. That's something which we have addressed comprehensively. That's been, in fact, one of the two biggest functions that we focused on in the last 2 years after we created this program. This is going to be an important function for us, and is going to be addressed very carefully.
Okay, and of the portfolio of TVs that you are going to introduce, are there going to be some which are online exclusive and some exclusive on offline, or will the portfolio be available through both the chains?
That question I would love to answer in a couple of weeks for you.
Okay.
But it's going to be available in multiple avenues. We start with something, and then we build that whole function again. But yes, the bigger or a more specific answer will be available to you in a couple of weeks. So we'll make sure that we deliver that to you.
All right. Okay. So those are all the questions that I had. Anand, Philipp, anything else you'd like to highlight about the upcoming TVs or the audio technology that I may not have asked in these questions?
Maybe another angle on the audio technologies.
Okay.
I think on TVs the visual experience has progressed quite a lot.
Yes.
From like HD, 4K, 8K, and I mean, imagining would this have happened if we would have no glasses? So having glasses was really important, that we could really advance to like retina resolution. On the audio side, there are improvement technologies, surround stars, sound bars, Dolby, and all of these, and those are part in this audio chain, as I explained before. And it's really about completing that chain, really making sure that it has the best quality from the start to the end, and really solving this last step, the user, and personalizing to them is really, really important. And I think the smart TV is exactly taking that personalized approach. You have your personalized content that you watch when you want it. I pick my Netflix content and watch it when I need it. I kind of have all these demand channels that really make a very personalized TV experience. And so also making that audio component personalized to the user is, I think, very, very important and adds to the overall experience.
Absolutely. There is no category more subjective than audio. It's because how people feel for the format, right? Something sounds great to one person may not be that great to the other. So you're absolutely right. It is that last mile which is the most complicated, and that needs the most amount of attention. Anand, anything on your front that you'd like to add?
Just something on what you talked about, which is calibration, being able to calibrate what output you are receiving, and if you're able to do that, as Philipp said, it's a very important and a highly ignored aspect of hearing, which is being addressed, but it doesn't necessarily not increase the quality of the sound, because the moment you are able to calibrate and deliver a more optimized sound, you automatically are improving the quality of the sound, and then that means it's more immersive, it's clearer. We've so many times when we are watching television in our household, certain people will complain they're not being able to hear the audio from the television clearly. Certain people will be hearing it much more than the others. All of this is significantly improved with Mimi, and that through that calibration that you were talking about earlier.
Yep, that's great. Yes, go ahead.
Maybe, and it's really there's this one-to-many optimization. What Dolby is doing is one-to-many, and then there's the one-to-one optimization, personalizing it for you. Maybe also a nice angle to look at where it's coming from. From the technical side is one-to-many, and from the personal side it's one-to-one.
Yep, true. Audio is something that is also a very personal technology. And with that, guys, we would like to wrap it up. Thank you so much, Philipp and Anand, for joining me today on this. And depending on when you guys are watching this, the Compaq TV could be right around the corner, and you can stay tuned to digit.in for all the information about the TVs, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I'm pretty sure we'll have a review up when these TVs launch in India. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And for more from the world of technology, you can log on to digit.in.